Good morning, peeps. It's Troy D. It's another Monday and it's the start of the week. Hopefully you guys are going to have a powerful and exciting week ahead. And it's another exciting week when it comes to perfumes and fragrances. This week is probably one of the most exciting weeks because I'm expecting some stuff coming in and I have some stuff prepared for you guys that's going to totally blow you guys away. These are some insane 2020 releases that are exclusives and have not been reviewed, have not been talked about. And I'm also trying to bring to light some fragrances that actually have been already out that have been appreciated by so many people, but they haven't been reviewed. So I'm here to bring them out. But first, let's do our scent of the day or test of the day. And this is, I'm testing this for the first time. This is Jovoy Paris Incident Diplomatique. The only Jovoy I've tried was Private Blend, and that was months ago, and I totally forgot what it smelled like. But this one is the one that I think is the most famous, Incident Diplomatique. We're gonna try it right now. Whoa. Oh, damn. Well, let's just say that this is very masculine, very, very masculine, but it's not like insanely annoying, or it's not like it'll push people away. I mean, this is just the opening blast. It might be a little bit harsh. This is one of those fragrances that I think within maybe 15 minutes, it's going to settle down to something real nice. But this is some alpha male fragrance. Like, this is some definite alpha male fragrance right here. This is something that I think Bentley would like to be, but it's not, because Bentley's just too much. But this one here, I think it starts strong, but then it like calms down. It's definitely like vetiver, patchouli, nutmeg. Yeah, that kind of deal. It's very masculine. It's very like earthy. It's very, you know, it's just very earthy, and you can say the nutmeg is in there. There's a healthy dose of nutmeg. It's not my style, but I think my big cousin would actually wear this stuff right here. This is some, I think if you're like a big guy, pretty macho, or pretty like manly beard, I mean, that's just what I'm imagining right now. Slick back hair. This is for a man's man. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, this might actually attract the ladies. You know how girls are attracted to men like moths to a flame? I think that in the same case, it's kind of like that with Incident Diplomatique, because it's not your typical like appealing fragrance. And so it might initially get this reaction from the ladies, but eventually I think they're going to be like, It's getting smoother and smoother as it goes. The vetiver is starting to really come out here. Yeah. Yeah. Not my style, but like I said, you know, I think it could be other guys' styles. Let me know in the comments if you wear this stuff, Incident Diplomatique, and what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I'm here to also answer some questions and some shout outs. I'm about to do some shout outs right now, because actually what happened was when I did the shout outs, I was thinking, you know, guys would just say, hey, I'm from wherever, I love the channel. But actually there's been some very insightful questions that have been asked in these little shout outs. And by the way, that will be continuous. So if you want to get shouted out on the next video, just comment again and I'll try to answer them. First one is from Labi Arome. So he said, how in the world did you get started in the game? It's always interesting to hear how we all got started. Okay, so that's a very, very good question. So I think I've always had a very good relationship with perfumes. I mean, ever since a young age, just like many guys, and that's how I guess they're attached to Versace Eros, for example, is that, you know, I had a really good relationship with designer perfumes. To me, first impression is very, very important. I'm talking about physical first impression, and sometimes perfumes actually extend your personality. It's able to extend your personality. It's able to create an impact that maybe wasn't there. Like maybe you're not dressed as well, maybe you're just casually dressed, but your fragrance can actually cause the impact that will make a favorable first impression. And considering that you know, I was a very, very socially active guy way back then, these fragrances really helped me. And so it never left me really. I always had this thing for fragrances. and especially designer fragrances. Even until now, when people ask me like what to wear, I always say just wear a designer, okay? And the reason why I say that is because if it's just for like a usual function and just smelling good and all of that, I think that flat out designers are fine. That's it. I mean, I can't imagine going above and beyond and spending maybe like hundreds of thousands of dollars to impress, I don't know, the people that work beside me or the wife that already loves me. Like I can't see that, okay? I think that it's too much work to make those things happen. I mean, you can create a favorable impression without even using perfume. So for me, like designers are okay. But the thing is like, I mean, obviously, as you grow as a person, things change. A lot of things change. First of all, the depth of your knowledge changes and the depth of your experience changes. You start traveling, you start meeting other people and doing, other cultures, like learning other cultures, meeting people from other cultures and experiencing things. And I think that for me, that's really what changed it. And I really believe like if you go above and beyond on perfumery and you're spending a lot of money on it and it's way past just smelling good for the people that already know you, I think that that's your choice. And so I'm saying it's my choice. I think that it's also me taking responsibility and saying this is me wanting to explore the notes and me wanting to explore the inspirations and me wanting to explore ouds, for example. It's just my personal choice. It's not about smelling good. My gosh, like especially for people I already know, it doesn't matter. I don't have to use any perfume to impress anybody around me, okay? It's just my pure interest, I would say, pure interest. And I also have this interest with the combination. I mean, it's still the same. If you think about it, it's the same ingredients and notes over and over, but it's the actual combination, especially the inspiration behind it plus the combination and then the outcome. I think that's what I like the most. And so the most pleasurable thing for me is actually smelling the perfume for the first time, whether it's from a decant or a vial or a bottle or a tester. That first time I spray it is one of the most wonderful experiences in the whole thing. It went from just smelling good to actually just wanting to know more and wanting to get some depth and sophistication and growth. And again, as the social circle grew, as everything grew, life, I think perfumery or the collection of perfumery grows with you as that happens. You become, as you become more sophisticated, I think that your perfume collection becomes more sophisticated, or as you have more dimensions to your character or your personality. I think that these perfumes can actually extend that. They can extend those pieces of your personality or cover the lack of personality. But perfumes have been really good to me, so I'm really happy, and that's really what happened. And I decided to just interpret my findings to you guys. That's really where the channel all started. Okay, next one is from Mr. Moz90 from Italy. Greetings from Italy. I definitely like your niche only high-end luxury reviews, where nowadays it's all about the same top 10 panty droppers and everyone reviews the same 4 houses over and over and over. I will definitely like to know more about you, like your general personal info, and if you're really into a specific type of perfume like a Fougère or a Gourmand or a particular raw matte or accord. Great question. Thank you, Mr. Moz90 from Italy. Buongiorno from Los Angeles. So I think this, like, just my opinion, but I think that the repetitive top 10s that you guys see in Fragcom is I don't think that it's just the fault of the perfume reviewer. I don't think that that's what it is. I think that it's also the input they're getting from their audience that just really wants quick, really, really fast info, or like, is it good, is it not good, is it good, is it not good, like what's the top 10, so I can buy it immediately. Just a lot of like audiences, I think, all around the world, that they just get lazier and lazier as it goes. I mean, that's how the YouTube is, you know. It's like, who has time to really sit down and listen in? So I think that for me, like, the uniqueness of this channel is that I'm not really about that. I really want to expand your knowledge, expand your depth, and give you guys a more accurate description or accurate experience of these perfumes, and really outline usages. And so it's more than just, is it good or not? And that's also why I like niche perfumes or luxury perfumes, because these perfumes are so different. All the combinations are so different that there's literally a perfume for a certain person or character or personality or event, or you know, any type of life moment. So that's why I like it, and it gives me more airtime to actually talk. Because yeah, if I just said, you know, it's good, it's not good, it's good, it's not good, I mean, eventually I think that it's just gonna backfire. And unfortunately, there are a lot of YouTubers that I think they watch the other big ones and they go, you know, I think we're gonna go follow these guys. And you'll find out, if you start your own YouTube channel and you keep doing these top 10s, you'll see that it's not easy. You're not gonna gain a lot of traction, because you know, you're only giving a very quick like decision that actually people can find that anywhere else. One thing that surprises me is that the amount of watch time that we get on this channel. It is ridiculous. I mean, just within the last 28 days, it was something like 4,000 hours, guys, like 4,000 or 4,000 plus hours of watch hours. It's hours, guys, that people actually are listening, tuning in, watching the videos. 4,000 hours. That's why, you know, the channel is also growing really fast, because I'm not just giving the usual, it's good, it's not good, here's the 10, just buy that one, just trust me. And so there you go. Now, as for the panty dropper, that's really interesting, because it's very, very subjective. We don't know what kind of panties are being dropped here. or if there are panties dropped. I don't know that. I mean, I could do something like that, but I don't know. I like to keep it, you know, clean and family friendly, so I don't talk about panty droppers, but I will talk about, you know, seductive perfumes. Okay, so we got one from Singapore, Harry Fragrance Lover. Okay, I'm from Singapore. I would like to ask, what is your current favorite perfume, and the strongest one that you have came across, decant or bottle? Also, cheers to you for coming up with the fragrance deal you did during the COVID period, in which it opened my world to Roja and Boudicca, as their prices previously were great, and I managed to collect one Roja and a few Boudiccias. Also, keep bringing in rare fragrances. I really like those that are not spoken about. And I am also a huge fan of Arabian Oud. Cheers. Wow. Thank you. Man, I really love Singapore. I mean, I consider Singapore like my third home, probably. I mean, usually if it wasn't the pandemic, like I'm there probably every like 3 times a year. Okay, like I am one of those few people that will actually take that flight, that long flight to Singapore, because Singapore is just absolutely wonderful. I mean, let's start with the food. The food there is insane. I mean, it's one of those like places where like my cheeks blow up whenever I'm at Singapore and Malaysia. I also go to Malaysia, so props to all the Malaysians out there. I do have friends in both Singapore and Malaysia. What can I say, man? I just love Singapore. Now let's talk about this really quickly. So you said something about beast mode fragrances or anything that's really strong. I mean, off the top of my head, I'm thinking, you know, Nisha Ne Ani. Nisha Ne Ani was a big one that actually is very likable. So although it's beastly, it's also like really likable. When I think about Singapore though, and I think about Malaysia and stuff like that, you know, I've always thought that, you know, the fragrance that I really thought really worked down there was Roja Elysium. And I'm not talking about the Parfum pour Homme, which I own right now. I'm talking about the blue bottle, the Parfum Cologne. It's always had favorable reactions when I was there. You know why? Because it's also a cultural thing. And this is why, like, when I have like Asian viewers talk about it and they ask questions about beast mode and stuff like that. And why don't I get compliments? Well, it's also part of the culture, that actually, sort of like in Asian cultures, if you come on too strong, people don't like that, or people just don't react to that because you're coming in too strong. I thought that Roja Elysium was really one of the best fragrances for that region because it's sort of like a low-key, like it smells good low-key. And I know that a lot of people are mad about the performance because they can't smell it that much. It doesn't create this like bubble or that aura effect or that cloud. You don't get that type of sillage. But trust me when I say, guys, that nice Elysium scent freaking creeps in like this. It's kind of like it kind of like goes like that, and it will. Like, trust me, guys, just when you thought that nobody smells you, they smell you, and they actually tell you. They tell me that I smell damn amazing, and that's through Elysium. And sometimes I'm really like shocked because I can't smell it either. At that point, I'm just like, yeah, performance sucks on this, but no, people can actually smell that. And last one is from New York, from 9 Drama. What's up, 9 Drama from New York? I've been subscribed for a few weeks or so, and I've been binge watching your videos of late. I really like your content and presentation. It's different. I can't compare your style to anyone. I know it's like a praying mantis or drunken style kung fu. It's a little bit different. I like how you break down notes and fragrances in general. I think your channel will grow. You have the skills. The only advice I would give is to upgrade your camera. Even though you're not in most of the videos, but when you are, the visuals should be on point in the way the viewers will focus on the content. My favorite blogs is the battles, the versus battles. You do, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, fragrance comparisons on YouTube. Wow, thank you. In my opinion, those versus battles are your bread and butter. Keep up the good work. I see your channel growing, especially if you stay consistent. Thank you very much. Thank you, 9 Drama from New York. All right. You know what? One of my favorite vloggers is, he's called Bald and Bankrupt. If you don't know about Bald and Bankrupt, like, you crazy guy. This guy has, I think, millions of subscribers, 2 million right now. And one thing I really liked about him was that he wasn't too fancy. He just took a camera and he was basically, going around Europe with this camera. Now, I do understand that, I should improve my camera, but I'm also inspired by Bald and Bankrupt. And to me, it's all about, dude, just delivering what I need to deliver. So if it helps you, great. One day I will definitely upgrade my camera. Right now, I really like how raw, I guess, the conversation we're having is. It's not too crazy. I've seen some reviewers that are super fancy, and you know what? I saw them like stop. Like I saw one guy that I was like, oh my gosh, this guy has a perfume room. He has lights. He has cameras. He has effects and like graphics and everything. And I was really like impressed actually. And then he just stopped. He stopped like not even midway through the year, and he was trying to do like 1 video a day, something similar to mine. But he stopped at like the 3rd month, I think. I think he was done because it's very exhausting to actually set all those things up when in fact, the conversation we're going to have is as normal as me and you talking right now, as if we were in a coffee table together, as if we're doing this right now. So that's probably why I don't have my camera even tilted this way, because who the heck cares what's on my couch? It's just peanuts, my kids BTS blanket right here. So I'd rather do this. I'd rather do something raw and normal and make you feel like I'm already just talking right in front of you. But again, I really do appreciate that we have a lot of battles coming up. I think that the fragrance battles, especially the clone comparisons, are the ones that are making people nervous. I think it's making the clone companies nervous because, if it's really not, if it's not a real exact copy, they might get scared. But actually what I do is that it's not about that. I think that I do bring out things that are good in everything, because at the end of the day, like, attempting to clone something is also an effort. And especially, for example, this incoming one that I'm about to do, the Hachivat and Ottoman Breeze apparently it took them like 28 tries to get it right, or, you know, and all that. And that's something, that's a feat, you know, when you're trying, you know, your best, it's still an effort. And I do bring out, you know, the good things. So it's actually not to worry about for if there's any companies or perfume companies watching this. There's nothing to worry about. I mean, I just really bring out the things, and I also try to just dispel when, I don't know, when people just go like, oh, it's exactly the same, because really it's very rare. I mean, there's hits and misses. Sometimes there's also, it's not just about being the same, but it's also the way that the fragrance develops. The moment it develops differently, then obviously it's not exactly the same. But does it give the same vibe? If it's a yes, then yeah, there you go. Well, thank you, Drama9 from New York, and always stay tuned, and thank you for binge watching my videos. Okay, so a couple things. We do have now a fall winter playlist. I mean, it's not entirely cold here yet, but I know that it is in various parts of the world, and a lot of y'all, I mean, you can just look at the thing. You've got New York, you got Italy. It's time to bring a fall winter playlist, and I painstakingly reorganized all the perfumes. So you're gonna have a fall winter playlist already on the page channel. So make sure you guys check that out. Again, if you want to be shouted out on the next Morning Thoughts video, all you have to do is comment below. Like I said, either, you know, ask a question, or you can just tell me what you like about the channel, or you just want to say hi, whatever message, then drop it down below, and I will shout you out on the next Morning Thoughts video. Okay, so that's it, guys. Have a powerful week ahead. This is Troy D. Make sure you like and subscribe this video, guys, and take care. God bless.